If you listen close enough, you can almost hear how cold it is. An old Joburgian proverb once said, "Yeses, it's cold."
Dude, this is horrible.
Genie.
I hate doing this. Okay, that's quite a lot easier.
Why were you suffering the first time?
Standing on the tire?
Yeah.
So we managed to get a special flight permit based on preventative maintenance for the aircraft engine and a couple of other systems. So what we had to do was apply it to the CAA via the Aero Club of South Africa, and the Aero Club basically focuses on non-type certified aircraft. So we've got our system up here, we've imported all our documents and got our approval. So all we need to do now is activate a flight, choose our aircraft, alright, and then it should load up a system where we actually activate the flight for today. So there we go, CAA approval from the 25th of the 5th, which is the 25th of May, and then our expiry date for this maintenance flight would be the 5th of June. Okay, so we're logging the current time, and then we're going to save and submit, and once I get airborne, I've got an hour to fly the aircraft, run through all the systems, and then perhaps do a bit of currency practice, do some landings, all that sort of stuff. Alright, so we've pulled the plane out, and I'm going to jump in a Taildragger for the first time in like 55 days, nearly 2 months actually. Just in terms of the aircraft itself, I want to check that all the bolts are still in place, none of them have rusted. Make sure all the control surfaces are free and correct. The most important thing when you've left the aircraft for a long period of time, especially if it's been sitting in an open hangar like mine where you do have birds and stuff going inside, is just check all your intakes. There have been stories where rats have crawled into intakes, birds have nested inside intakes, so just double check your intakes and all the engine compartments so that you know nothing is inside there blocking any, in my case, turbo tubes. Nothing is going to fry on the cylinder heads. Like I say, I haven't flown a Taildragger in about 60 days. It's not the easiest plane to fly, but I mean the Safari is also not the most difficult plane to fly either. So wish me luck. I hope I come back safely. Travis will be staying on the ground because it's only essential crew members allowed, but yeah, I think it might be safe for him on the ground right now.
Here we go, baby.
Oil pressure was a bit low there. Get the oil circulating.
Perhaps it was just the nerves, or maybe it truly was the oil pressure.
So we're going to do our run-ups here. We're going to make sure we take extra precaution in exactly every single indication that this engine gives us.
Maybe it was a conscientiousness and a deep propensity towards safety.
And we're going to make this quite an extended run-up just to make sure that everything is running good.
All I knew was I just wanted to watch a plane fly.
And here we go, first takeoff in 60 days. Wish me luck.
Woo-wee. There it goes. Into that great blue beyond.
Not gonna lie, this is a very, very weird thing to do. After not flying for so long, the landing will certainly be very interesting.
They became more and more interesting, landing after landing after landing, after my jealousy started to become unmanageable. But now Thomas, having the beans back, decided to have a little bit of fun. The moment I'd been waiting for. Just a taste of sweet Taildragger vibrations tickling my spine. Oh, what a blessed moment.
How's that? That was so cool. Nice, bro. This was landing. Yeah, so a couple of them were dancing. Oh, did they look good grabbing? Yeah, sure. I do just want to pull the top down off, just to double check on everything. Okay. Finally back at the hangar now. I'm probably just going to pop the cowling off, or at least just the top cowling off, make sure that everything's looking okay inside there. Bit of an issue for me is the turbo pipe, so we just want to see if that's still on and in place. And yeah, then after that we're going to pack it back away in the hangar, and we won't be able to fly again for another 28 days. According to the current regulation, other videos planned which will be flying related, but we won't necessarily be flying. So thank you so much for watching the video, and I'll see you guys on the next one. If you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button down below. If you like the video, hit the like button. Thanks for watching.